Welcome everyone to tutorial number 4, I think it is. We're going to be doing a not too in-depth detail, but it's quite an easy one. I thought taking Angry Birds is quite simple, especially lately now with the new Star Wars one. Um, let's just take the typical old one. The Star Wars ones are a lot more detailed than these ones. Last thing with this, you can already see that it is just colors. Very, very simple. Nice and easy. Just easiest thing is to search for an image of what you want, drag and drop it. For just sakes, here's this one. Drag it and just drop it straight in. Okay, obviously there was not worked. If that doesn't happen, it doesn't work. It's obviously a PNG. Just save it as a file and drag and drop it from where you saved it into the CorelDRAW. Okay, otherwise we got that there. Push P to center it to the page if you dragged it somewhere there. Just hold, click it and go P, centers to the page. Right, first biggest thing here, we need to make a boundary box of some sorts around our main object, which is what we want. I'd already pre-did that with a square object just now. Let's just redo it for you guys. Just get it around roughly to where you want it. Okay, we got that. Now, if I remember right, I did say a few things about rulers. Maybe I didn't. I'm sure I did with the guides tutorial. We got a box here. Nice little trick. Snap to objects. Drag your ruler down and get some guides in there. They're very, very handy. Just a nice little tool to keep using very often. Right, we've got this box here that we drew earlier. Let's just shrink it down a little bit, because that's our main object. That's what we want. Okay, now that's still a square. It's not editable if we double click it, but from here we can still use a shortcut for F10, or just to actually edit nodes when it's converted. Normally, second one down, shape tool. Click that, and you see these nice black nodes. Very nice. All we do is just drag them, and that gives us sort of a circle to what we want. Not really, but very, very close. What we can do now is just go arrange and convert to curves. Double click it, get the nodes that you want to move down, because we need this line to sort of move. So we take them down, just use the down button a little bit, drag it down. Okay, it's not too bad, that's okay. Those there can go down a little bit, and we got our basic object. It's a bit annoying when you can't see the line of the object, so we just right click on a color and it gives that object the color you just right clicked on. If you left click, it's going to fill the color. Right click fills an outline, and you can see your outline down here and the fill color. You can always just double click on that to go quickly change colors. Alright, we got a basic Angry Bird shape. Now we want to start playing around and trying to get all the pieces that we need. Main thing you want to look at is what is part of the main image. It's all the black that's been cut out, because we've got a base background which is black, which we'll come to now. So we need to just go in there and just trace that. So let's just zoom into that a little bit. Let's just check. We still got snap to objects. Okay, this is where the Bezier curve comes in. Click your freehand tool and just click point to point. What you look for tracing is your main points. Now, I know it looks funny what I'm doing now, but you'll see what I'm going to do shortly. Just look for the nodes that seem to be important. Use them to your advantage, and it makes tracing a lot easier. Let's just finish this off quickly. So you can see I've taken all the main nodes. Now we got an object. When we double click it, we can select the nodes. So let's select all of them, go up here, convert to curve. Okay. Nice thing to do now is just turn the snap to objects, because it's annoying when you play with curves. You don't want it snapping to objects when you can't even just move around. You'll see what happens when that happens. It's very annoying. So we just go in, start playing with the nodes, get them looking a little bit more refined, so to speak. I'm just doing this very quickly. You can do it a lot more depth and detail for this. Let's just get rid of that a bit better. Okay, and we've got our basic black shape, so we can fill that with black, and that's our shape that we want. But we actually don't want that object there. We don't want it there, because we want that actually taken away from this object behind here, our base. So what we do is we select that one first, select the second one behind it, it's from previous tutorials, go trim, delete the new object that you just made, and now you've got this object that's color fillable, but it's got that cut out, which is what we want. Wonderful. That makes our life a lot easier there already. Now same thing as I did with this object here, go in and trace every single part of it. I have actually done this trace before, but might as well, let's just do it. Just quickly, I'm just going to make objects that I want. The more you play with these programs, the better. As I say, I've been using this for quite a while now. Practice makes perfect, I suppose. But this program is very simple. You can't go wrong. I think I probably said that already, but give it a try. You'll love it. My next tutorials will be of different apps, some of which I'm not really too great with, but I have used and I've had to use, unfortunately, some of them, because you just have to. I mean, with Illustrator you can do a lot of fine tuning. That's why I use it pretty much. Okay, you'll get into a sort of habit of tracing quickly. You can fine detail it. Wrong line. If you want to later, it's just completely up to you. However you want to do this. Let's go do that. Let's just finish this off quickly. Okay, we got that object. That's fine. Oh wait, we still need little eyes. So just ellipse tool, drag and circle, select both of them, and go to arrange, combine. Shortcut is Control L. Get used to shortcuts, they're useful. Now we can fill that with a color, that's great. Those two do the same thing, Control L, link it, you can fill it with a color. Now here we want the color of the image that's originally there. There's a lovely little tool here called the eyedropper tool. Same with a lot of programs. I'm sure lots of you would have seen this with Photoshop if you use it. Most people do. Let's just use that there. As you can see, when you hover over something, it selects whatever, same as Photoshop, the color there. So we want that there. Changes to a bucket so you can click it onto an object. Changes, obviously. Don't want that there. So do the same thing there. Done. That can be white for now. Just make those white because we don't really want those. Well, okay, it depends on how you want the artwork. Okay, we've got the basics there. Now we want that sort of an object